And welcome back on the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight is going to be a special stream because uh, there is not only Mitchell here, but also Alpha Panda, the legend. Man, how are you doing?
Welcome.
I'm very well. Thanks for having me, guys.
Pleasure, man. And Mitchell, how are you doing? How was the day?
Yeah, I'm really excited all day long just to have this chat with Alpha Panda as well.
Yeah, we have been waiting like what, a week for this?
No. We've been talking about it for weeks.
Yeah, true.
Weeks and weeks.
Weeks and weeks.
And then you got busy making shit ton of money on the side, and then blah blah blah.
Yeah, more like holding drawdown.
Yeah. So how are you doing, man? How's the market treating you right now?
Very good. As I said to you a couple of weeks ago, it's time to kind of step back, take stock of the market at the moment. There's plenty of time for catching trades. You just need to let the market come to you. Obviously, looking at the charts at the moment, Bitcoin is printing a nice move off the news today with the FOMC, which we'll probably talk about a bit later.
Oh yeah, we will.
But yeah, at the moment, just being cautious, looking for those entry points, looking to wipe out the trash basically and hold on to the gems.
No, bro, we're kind of doing the same shit, like moving some stuff around, pretending that my action will make me billionaires in the next 6 months. But yeah, like when you slide in my DM and you tell me, "Oh, bro, sell everything because we fucked," I don't like that. And I wanted to ask you more about it. And yeah, Mitchell and I, we need like some education on like leverage trading and stuff like that.
How to trade in the correct way.
Yeah.
Don't use leverage.
I leverage trading right now. It's daddy as fuck, man.
Yeah, but it's like you just need to see. Look, for example, let's take the move the other day where the whole crypto Twitter was going after the bear whale, the big bear whale, and look what happened to everybody. Like exactly what we said would happen. Everybody rallied in to get the longs on, thinking they were going to make a difference, and then wham, they're all liquidated, and everybody's like, "What happened? I thought we were going to kill the bear whale." Bear whale walks off with 9 million, nice profit.
Yes.
We should definitely gonna talk about that because that's like I think this fucking like regulation, Trump, all of that stuff. I think it's a fucking trap for a retail investor now. We already talked about
Yeah, I think so. I think, well, but I said all along, it's not Donald Pump, it's Donald Dump. I mean, Donald's always one for taking value out of the market to do deals. He's not somebody that likes to buy high and sell low. He's somebody that likes to manipulate low, buy low, and then pump the hell out of it. So yeah, I can definitely see why people are a bit more skeptical about what's been happening.
Yeah. And just for the record, so I stopped like saying bullshit about your background. Like, can you introduce you to the audience that for the people who missed like our Go Fetch AI on the Decoders channels like a couple of weeks / months ago? Can you just introduce yourself and make sure
well, obviously Alpha Panda, obviously been around since the OG days, or Bitcoin Talk OG, verifiable, and also been a trader working and developing bots, market systems for quite a number of years. I was a senior trader at a hedge fund, of the head of the trading of my crypto division. And that's been about it, really. Just kind of a freelancer, build things, try and make tools, build some communities up.
Okay, so you were even managing crypto at a hedge fund level?
Yeah. Managing portfolio of crypto for a hedge fund.
Okay. Did we say like garbage hot shit in the last previous weeks? Like with just Mitchell and me, like, oh, it was like kind of okay.
Well, I suppose not really. Like the thing with hedge funds and crypto is they're very skeptical. They were very skeptical of it, and like to be honest, like when we hit the peak, I told them to sell their Bitcoin at the peaks. They never did it. They decided to sell from the last peak at about 30K for a loss, even though they had managed to rack up quite a lot of Bitcoin from the 30K mark to the 60K mark. Nice profits on that move. They failed to sell it. They took the loss. Basically, we bounced at 16K. They never bought it again, and now it went up to over 100. So, you can teach people, you can tell people about this market, you can teach them about it. The funny thing about it was they went balls deep into Luna and UST, but I'm telling them all along, don't get involved with this. Like, this is going wrong.
Yeah.
So,
hearing that, we didn't do too bad.
Yeah, true. For real. And everyone in the chat, like, make sure you follow the Alpha Panda. You are protected, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm actually at the moment being attacked by like bots and spam, and like the only way to stop them actually commenting on everything is to just go private, man.
Yeah, this one was funny. Yeah, okay. So yeah, okay. Follow him, but not today. Okay, I'm gonna kill that.
See,
Okay.
Mr. Trey.
Say what?
I can see somebody in the chat, Mr. One Take Trey. I want to give him a big shout out. How you doing, One Take Trey?
Big up talking. That was up. What's up? Yeah, is that like your co-founder in GoFetchAI, right?
Yeah. He's my right hand man.
Nice.
I think.
Am I your left hand?
Well, we'll see. Maybe.
Okay. So yeah, macroeconomics. That's why I'll it's one of the aspects I was thinking about that today. Like, crypto also like push us to do some stuff that nobody's doing it, like, and having an interesting in finance when you're doing crypto, it's kind of unfair advantage. Like, Mitchell, did you level up your game in finance because of crypto?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Like, it's pretty cool. I love it.
I think crypto is even the subject that got me into finance even more.
Yeah. And like, for me, it's a perfect balance between computer science and finance, and that's cool. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Alpha, what happened today, and why it was like the federal meeting stuff was important for crypto?
I think mostly people were looking for, they're looking for some like backing to basically say, how they're looking at the market at the moment. While we see, they're going to, they're talking about the rate hold, and they're talking about, some people are talking about a recession potentially coming in, stagflation and things. It's a bit of a weird offset because policymakers are basically, looking for some divergence on the rate cuts, and then you've got retail who are basically looking for they're looking for the cheap capital. They're looking for that number to come down a wee bit more so they can maybe go a wee bit deeper into things and get that cheaper capital. But on the other hand of it as well, we've also got there's a lot of money still needing to maybe be flushed out of the traditional markets, and that maybe will have a followed over effect for Bitcoin, until we can see, if we're looking at Bitcoin at the moment, currently holding around 85,817, we do have the divergence, like with the moving averages coming down now, that would maybe turn into a resistance zone currently at. I think we're currently at the 91,000 mark. So there is room to the upside for a potential small move at the moment. We could easily reject off of that and continue the trend to the downside, which is what I'm wary of at the moment. There's a lot of macroeconomic stuff going on at the moment, especially with things in Europe at the moment. There's an awful lot going on in Europe at the moment, politically and also financially. There's a lot of gold leaving the UK at the moment, like massive amounts of gold are leaving the UK, which is probably going to put pressure on the Bank of England sheets. So these are all things that I don't think are being factored in this round, but I think they're going to be factored into the next round coming. So maybe this will be the last chance to get, a bit of upside gain on the things before they pull the markets back down a little bit more.
Okay, so yeah, like again, like the range that we identified last week between 72 and even like 100K, right? It should be the support and the resistance of what we are trading right now. Even if like right now, yeah, like the lower range is more like at 80K, but if we break, we go to 70, right?
Yeah. Well, one of the interesting things is, I don't know, can you see my chart at the moment?
No, I disable. No, yeah, I disable the screen. Yes.
Right. So one of the interesting things that we see is, we always have the trend to the upside, bounce, and then move. Well, we're actually sitting on one right at this very moment, and everybody's expecting it to break back to the upside, but it's going to reach resistance like it did when we have here. We reach resistance, break above, and then push back down. And the actual move between each of these zones You know, if you were to take from, I don't know if I'm on the right chart here, I think it was the 4 hour I was looking at. Yeah, 4 hour is starting to push to the upside. Hold on a second. Starting to push back to the upside, but we are probably going to come into an area of resistance here. So kind of like we had here with the bear whale pump, where they pushed it up and then sold it off into everybody. You know, this rally to the upside, unless it gets sustained above this moving average and becomes support again, you know, if this is resistance and gets sold off again, it's going to be multiple touches. That's 1, 2, 3. This will be the fourth rejection. You know, if this fourth rejection happens, then we could be looking at lower prices. And to be fair, this range is looking spicy for me. You know, like this whole range looks extremely spicy for me. You know, at 73 to 54, I do believe that if we come into this range, that we will test the low of this or the low 54. You know, if at any point we break into this, then 54 is on the cards. And, you know, it might be max pain for some people. They may be interested in, you know, max pain. Now they know the money's interested in the market. They may push people to go for max pain and get those weak hands out of the market, get those coins back off of people that have been buying on this rally. You know, so I would be very wary at the moment of saying, yeah, we're going straight to like a million, like next week. It's just going to go, you know, without confirmation of that. There's not. I don't see the liquidity in the market at the moment either. A lot of liquidity is flowing about in DeFi at the moment. I saw BNB had a massive inflow this week. I saw some massive outflows from some chains like AVAX and a couple of the other chains as well. So there's a lot of money shifting about in the background for whatever reason. I'm not 100% sure yet. But they could be setting up for, you know, paying the shorts, because it may be time for the shorts to be paid for a while.
Okay, but like, are you waiting right now to enter this lower range to take any action?
Yeah, I'm waiting to see how it'll play out. See, for me, this is no trade. It's too choppy here. It's too up and down. They're chopping people in and out. They do it all the time. See, if here it's nice and smooth, you can get your entry. See here, it's just chop.
Yeah.
This is just pure manipulation chop at the moment, because they're trying to get people to long the top, I believe. You know, if they get a bunch of people long here and then they sink it down to a new low, they've just taken all that money out of the market again. And then they can buy the coins at a lower price, which would make more sense to me than, you know, pushing high, then trying to buy it. But I do think to finish this move, you know, we'll need to see how it retests this level. And, you know, if we reject off of it, look for the short. If we break and go to the upside, you know, maybe take the long to Valhalla. But I don't think it'll be a huge move. I don't think it'll be massive. It'll maybe be a measured move, like something like this for the breakout. You know, if we take the distance from the last low to the last high on the flag of this side, and we push it up, you know, the upper target is 118 from that, so it's not a mega upside potential compared to your downside risk.
Yeah. Okay, right. So right now, like, the level are keys, right? Like, 80 to 85. That's a major range where you don't see, like, not a range, but like a gap where you don't do anything, just waiting. But like, if we go at 80, if we touch 80, will you counter your thesis? When do you invalidate like your bearish viewpoint?
Well, at the moment, we're actually testing on the 3 hour. Like, if you have a look at the 3 hour chart at the moment, we're actually touching it right now. So, you know, this candle on the 3 hour is actually going to be very critical to tell what's going to happen going forward. So, you know, if it breaks above and starts trading above the range, the other ones will swoop round and we'll have a cup. But to be honest, you know, it could be a case of, you know, it might reject here, or it might just get that big God candle and go.
And right now, you're just trading Bitcoin?
Mostly looking at the Litecoin market. It's the biggest market looking at the moment for a number of reasons. I know not a lot of people are paying attention to what's happening with the old Litecoin, the old school coin that's just doing billions in transactions on chain. Number one used on BitPay, above and beyond Bitcoin. It's the number one for commerce. A lot of the other commerce platforms are coming out and saying that their year to date so far, Litecoin's outpacing Bitcoin by a large percentage. So actually, it's getting the commerce use, whereas Bitcoin's now hodl only, bro.
You need to explain to me your Litecoin thesis, bro. Because Mitchell, do you still hold Litecoin?
No, and I didn't do it for a long time. But I think
Yeah.
is it the same as people say I invest in silver and not in gold because the percentage going up on
That's
silver
what
is
they
higher
said.
than gold?
That's what I did in 2017.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, if you look at the move, it's hard. You think about it, like look at how long it took Bitcoin to have its move to the upside, right? If you go and plot out Bitcoin from the early days when it was on Mount Gox, a couple of cents, a couple of dollars, right? And then you look at Litecoin and you look at Dogecoin, and you actually think that Dogecoin is merged mined with Litecoin. So all that liquidity that's in Dogecoin that everybody loves is actually Litecoin miners. That liquidity is owned by the Litecoin side. It's nothing to do with Doge. And if Elon likes Dogecoin so much, then Litecoin must be his Bitcoin. And where do you think Elon's money's going to go? He's not going to buy Bitcoin. He's going to buy Litecoin.
you think?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
100% sure of it.
Because even the chart is not that disgusting, right? Like,
Of course it's not. It looks fantastic, man.
but like, okay, so for me, Litecoin is like it's like historically it's a fork of Bitcoin where they increase the block size to go faster, right?
It's not increased the block size to go faster. It's just it's got a different algorithm that can process
Yeah.
the way it hashes differently.
Okay, so it's Bitcoin on steroids.
Yeah, basically, a lot of people believe that, when Satoshi left Bitcoin and said he's moved on to other things, and then Charlie Lee came out with Litecoin, which is actually a better distribution, a better mining algorithm, no cheap fees constantly. You're not going to find the mempool spammed with fees like you do in the Bitcoin pool. Every single improvement that has came out in Litecoin is something that Bitcoin failed with. Now, if you think about that, it was also a fair launch as well. Charlie launched it very fair. So yeah, I think it's got its merits. It's also classed as a commodity in the eyes of the SEC, which means its ETF is probably going to get approved the same way Bitcoin's did. And if Bitcoin went from 16,000 to 104 with ETF money and ETF hype, what do you think is going to happen to a coin that's worth less than $100 when institutional money buys it?
But bro, it's because of Trump election too, right?
Well,
No,
we'll see. Like that, the upside target's unlike. To be honest, if you were a Bitcoiner early on, and
yeah,
I can't remember the last time I used Bitcoin to buy or sell or do anything with, because it's useless now. Like, it's useless to be used as money. See, Litecoin can be used daily. You can use it for transactions. There's a thing called the Litecoin computer coming out. I don't know if you know this, but actually you can be able to do smart contracts on Litecoin very shortly. The people who made the Bitcoin computer have actually decided that the Litecoin is a better network for doing smart contracts on. So watch out, Ethereum.
Okay. Are we going to have ordinals on Litecoin then?
We've already got them. They're already there.
Really?
You missed the boat.
You've missed it. You've missed it, man. We've got NFTs, we've got ordinals, we've got a thing called Omnilite, which is a side chain. There's loads of stuff ongoing on Litecoin. Honestly, it's the most underlooked at crypto, but it's one of the strong contenders to be a top 10 again.
Jesus. Okay. Thanks for the clips.
Yeah, it's time to put in the research.
Okay. Yeah, bro, yeah. Because
just look at the Litecoin hash rate. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Okay. Yeah, the hash rate is because they increased the block size, right?
The hash rate is because they just they brought out new miners, and it's been going exponential for the last year. Like, they're basically the Bitcoin hash rate is falling and Litecoin hash rate is going up. I'm telling you, the inverse is coming. But the inverse trade, one goes down, one goes up.
Yes,
we have Solana, bro.
Yeah. Well, Litecoin's been higher than Solana, bro. Like, Litecoin's had a higher price than Solana.
Yeah, what was the top 400?
Yeah, 420, bro, on the nose.
Yes, all-time high.
Yeah, compared to a 300 top.
Next top cycle for Litecoin is 4 figures, guys. I can guarantee you one day you'll wake up and you'll look at it and you'll be like, oh, remember when Bitcoin was worth like $90 and it went to like 3,000? Well, that run's coming for Litecoin next. Yeah. And when it comes, everyone's going to be fading it.
Jesus. Okay, so one more coins I will FUD, and then I will look at my channel again and say, "Oh shit, I could have been a billionaire if I would have listened to Alpha Panda," and then I did not, and then I suck. It's
Yeah.
it's like,
No, because you're going to go away, you're going to
yeah,
research it, you're going to find out that I'm telling you the
yes,
truth, and you're going to invest in it.
And then the first question we ask is, where can we leverage Litecoin?
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to. You don't need to. Just buy spot and buy spot and be humble. That's the way
Be
forward, man.
patient.
Yeah, but now that I'm learning about leverage, it's like it's like, oh, it's so cool, I'm so smart, and then boom,
Yeah.
I lost everything.
It is so tricky. Oh, wait.
Oh no! Look, a god candle. Oh, I'm in the wrong side of it.
Yeah.
Oh, should I leverage on DeFi too and Camino? Because look, I can 6x my leverage on other shit that I leverage 20x. Let's go.
I'll tell you something. It's very hard to catch the leverage on when the market goes short. I'll tell you why. Because every time people try to get the leverage when the short market comes, it's very easy for them to manipulate the price either way and take both sides out. They take the longs and the short outs when the shorts come.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want either side winning. The only way to really win with the leverage, I believe, is to get in early before the move, and price has to move away quickly from your entry and like never come back. If you're not in at that point of the market, it's like you're chasing it constantly, every dip, every move, and every time you do that, they've got the chance to just wick you out and take that money if you don't have a deep enough stop, or if you don't have a big enough account to hold the move.
And like compared to TradeFi, is crypto that Wild West in terms of like manipulation and shit?
A million percent, man. Yeah. Like if you're not the one doing the manipulating, you're the one getting rinsed.
Yeah, it's like
that's how it works.
Yeah, in at the poker table, if you don't know who is the idiot, you are the idiot, right?
Yeah. You're trying to play poker when they're dealing blackjack. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
But I also feel like TradeFi is, or like at some point, it's really, really hard for retailers to make it if they, because I know nothing, right? Like you're not in the fucking board of like whatever big company that have access to Elon Musk / Trump to know what's up, or you are not like Pelosi trading COVID stocks neither, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. Do you have stories about like high-end traders that lost their short, like that, not their short, but that close, like physically, they got ruined because of leverage?
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have been absolutely rinsed with leverage, bro. Like it's nuts. Like I know a guy that lost $1 million on leverage. I know a guy that lost 3 million on leverage, and I know a guy that lost 10 million on leverage. Yeah. So
yeah, but if they have 500 million, it's fine.
Yeah, but they don't have 500 million. Most of them went balls deep with their money and now have very little to play the markets at all, and they'll never get back to where they were because they basically made a lot of money when like markets were, in the sink of the market. They made a lot of money in the stock market, and like they won't make that money back again because what happened for them to make that money in the first place will probably never happen again.
Okay, COVID times?
Like oil negative.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
And then they say I only need one win.
Yeah.
I
only need one win at like 500 to 1, and I'll like make it.
Yeah, and I will step out.
Yeah, it's not. Honestly, the easiest way for retail to actually make it is to buy spot and relax. Buy it, stick it on your ledger, invest slowly, look for the good prices. Do your analysis on what you're buying, but like buying on the good prices on the monthly, the weekly, like is always a good idea because there's always a bounce to make profit. It might not be mega profit, like you may get 2, 3, 4%, but if you're making 2, 3, 4% every trade, and you make 10 trades a week, that's a nice little earner. It's not all about the DGen 1000x mega pump play over and over. The biggest and best traders I know take very small positions. They take profit every day. They take profit as quickly as possible, and they do it millions of times over and over and over again. And those are the most profitable traders.
Mitchell, I think we fucked because we're chasing like the next meme coins, the next
10,000. No, but it makes sense. You can only do consistency when you take not that much risk and get out with a few percent and just do it again.
Yeah. You guys are set for the next meme cycle, though. You'll have it next meme cycle. You've been through this one, so by next one you can call yourselves the pros. Like we survived the last like 2025 cycle.
We said the exact same for the next NFT cycle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, get your badge. I survived the meme cycle 25.
Yes.
I think I still have a couple of tweets that will haunt me for a long time, aka like 45,000 worth soul worth of in NFTs without taking any profit at the Pico top shit. Yeah, bro. That's a 10 million bag right now. But at least it was 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you learn from your mistakes, next time if you ever have that, like this is getting secure the bag, like fuck the JPEG.
Time, bro. I don't know. Because I'm not doing that with leverage trading. But yeah, anyway, let's go back to macroeconomics, man. Yeah. What did you learn from the federal Powell meetings? Like, does that validate your fucking bearish thesis, or are we going up?
Well, I don't know. I think we might get a wee interim bump, but like overall, I'm still kind of watching for the.
Yeah.
I'm watching for the downside until I get confirmation that we're going to go back up, because the market always does this. If you look at the last cycle tops, we went down and everyone was like, oh yes, we're going to go back up. And it's like 1 million. And then it was like, we up a wee bit more. And then it was down to 16K. I mean, Bitcoin makes this beautiful noise called wee.
Yeah. I got like a summary from like Wizard of Soho, so yeah, it's gonna be worse what it was, right? But so yeah, FOMC growth going lower, also inflation going higher. Yeah. Comfortable with unemployment and growth, and not looking to make any major changes. So that's basically Trump strategy to push the Fed to do some QE and like cut the rates. It's not working, right?
No, I think there's only so many times you can fan the flames of the fire without giving it more wood. You know what I mean? So, it feels like a sticking plaster at the moment. Like they're trying to cut all this money. Like I don't get, like Doge is cutting all this money, and if they've had all these cuts, surely like the budget should be looking a bit better, and they could have been a wee bit more frosty on things. And I just don't get it. Either they're spending the money somewhere else and it's not being accounted for yet, or they're literally just playing the market, and the insiders know that the markets might go lower.
Wait, we are losing you, bro.
Yeah. The mic is stuttering.
Yeah. Are you still here? Yeah, no. Okay. Are you here? Because okay. I think you pixelated, but yeah, it should be fine. I think we lost your connection last time too, right?
Yeah. It sometimes happens.
Yeah. Okay. So yes. What about the tariff? Like, yeah, okay. Powell is concerned about tariff and trade war. Is that bullish or bearish, or what do we see from that?
Well, the trade wars and that are not really going to be bullish, because it might actually cut production. People might stop. Countries stop interacting with each other. They stop the flow of money cross border. Products and services, like it's going to everything's going to go up in cost, but there might be less productivity in the market. So to me, it's kind of they're kind of wanting to signal neutral. They're not wanting to scare people and say bearish like yes or bullish yes. Yeah. They're kind of want it to be neutral at the moment. So when it's neutral news, it's never a good idea to try pick a decision. It's better to watch and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. And like. Fuck, I lost my question. No, it was a banger question. Fuck. Fuck. Trade wars. Oh, yeah. But what about... No. Better. Is that already priced in or not? Because the tariff was announced like a month ago, right?
Well, you sometimes wait for things. Sometimes, some people will price things in, but some people have waited for the news. It just depends on what side of the fence you're on. Like the insiders have probably priced it in already, but like all the sort of retail and other institutional ones and all the other money will be having to wait for the decision and then make the decision on what happens. You know, and a lot of them be waiting to see what the markets do. They'll wait and see whether it pushes to the upside or we have a pullback or what actually happens, and then they'll make their decision.
Okay, but like, do you think even like the crypto market is educated enough to understand like a news like that and then goes into the like usually follow up into the direction that it's supposed to go, or not really?
Bro, they've been buying fucking dog shit tokens for the last year, man. I don't think any of them have a clue what the fuck they're talking about.
they go 1% up on Monday, and everybody screams, "We are so back!"
Yeah, well, that's instantly like, oh, like we were so back, we're going to the million, and then like 5 minutes later, they're deleting the post, man. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, Trump is going into office. Where's the 400k Bitcoin?
Yeah. Trump sitting there like that. What was?
Oh, I think it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now we fucked. Oh, sell everything, bro.
Okay, now I'm going to ask the bang of questions to you.
Yeah. I don't know if it's coming back. It's coming back.
Man, my connection keeps dropping out here. It keeps saying reconnecting.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
we can hear you.
Yes, you saved the stream, man. Thank you for coming back.
Yeah. No, I'll keep reconnecting if it drops out.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening with.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, like refresh the stuff. It should load you back here anyway, so it's fine. No, okay. So even if the big money / institutional money is coming in, you still think crypto market is like kind of retarded, right? Oh, what do you think, Mitchell?
Yeah, I think that I think everybody's screaming, and all the people that we see, all the people who say they are influencers, they just do whatever they think is good and scream when they take profit. But all the people who actually make profit, they are not the ones sharing.
Yeah, no, and it's all about, okay, so I can hear.
How many times did we see Panda post, "I made $1 million"?
Yeah. Wait, do you see him?
No, I don't see him.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now, because I hear the little like beep beep when someone is coming up on restream, but I can see him, so I think he's like it's not working. Okay, wait. Try refresh the page. Can't accept. Yeah. Okay. I'm coming back. I'm gonna refresh the page. I hope it's not going to shut down the stream. Would be fine. I'm still.
And you're back, and we're still live.
Yes, that should be fine. It's happened to me like a couple of times, but I can't see him.
I don't see him I don't see him either.
Stage. And he's not connected on Telegram. Whatever. No, it's not whatever. Oh no. Oh yes. Camera. I just want to make sure. Yes.
Yo.
Let's go.
Go. Sorry, guys. I don't know what I keep saying. Reconnecting, and then I have to refresh the page.
Bro.
You're back. That's it.
Yeah. Don't move. Don't touch anything, man.
Yeah. Only speak.
I'm not even touching a single thing. Not a single key press will happen.
Okay. So where were we talking about?
And, we were talking about how stupid people are in crypto compared to their knowledge on financial systems and what to look at and what not to look at.
Exactly. Thanks, Mitchell. You are the only one listening to the what. It's good. Thanks. But okay, so institutional money is coming on the market, but because they are the educated one in finance, right? Yeah. So the market should move if in the financial like TradeFi direction, if they would have controlled the market, right? But that's not the case.
Yeah.
So Panda, why?
The main problem with it is people are not seeing the fact that most of the Bitcoins have been mined already, which means the majority of them are sitting with large whales that these coins are being sold OTC. They're not logging into Binance like, oh, let's fucking buy 1,000 Bitcoin today, or the price would like, there'd be God candles all over the place.
Yeah, Jupiter, DCA, what Bitcoin stuff, right? Yeah, for sure.
But the thing is, they're not actually placing the market in the order, so we are not seeing like Sailor's just bought another 1,000 Bitcoins. Like, he didn't go out and market buy 1,000 Bitcoins. He's clearly bought them over the counter, which means the impact is not the same in the market. Like, it's already priced in that way. He's buying them OTC for set price, probably with a discount because he buys that many of them.
I lost you, bro. I didn't. I have no idea what you said.
Yo, you still here now?
Yeah. Like when your avatar, I don't know if you can see your own PFP, but right now it's pixelated as fuck, and it happened when we lost your connection. That's yeah.
It says I'm connected though.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it's better.
Yeah, now it's better. Yes, it's coming back. It's not pixelated anymore. Back. We are so back. Making money and market moving up is not the same for this type of traders. Yeah, for sure. Like they make like billions both way, right?
Yeah, Carter Sell, good shit. That's my buddy. He was one of the developers at the hedge fund. So he's a good developer on the bots, and that he knows his market stuff very well.
Nice. You have an impressive team, man.
Yeah, the boys and the lads behind us are like well versed in it. We've been through all the cycles. We know the ins and outs of the space very well. This is the thing. It's all about education. You know, a lot of people come into the space now and they're taking advice from people on crypto Twitter who haven't been around, who are not verifiable. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's one of the big issues at the moment, especially with the trader side of it. Like that pump to get the whale out was definitely the cabal, man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we need to talk about that. But definitely, like the timeline is what we read and we take the pulse of the market, right? But people are just making tweets to get engagement and like some X payout anyway. So yeah, it's just, bro, like this dead internet shit and like engagement farming. That's the real game here. Like it's not really like real truth of information. Like
your timeline is not the news.
And when it's on the timeline, it's already like 5 days too late because the insider already moved, right? So yeah, we are evolving in a weird market for sure, but it's a choice, right? And okay, Evan, like both market, TradeFi and crypto, right? Panda. So which one is more fun to trade?
Oh, definitely.
What? No, I don't know. I can hear you. No. Kartasil, you're joining next week.
Developers always have the best connection.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Yes, let's go. The avatar is specialized.
Anyway. Definitely crypto is more exciting than the traditional market, like by far. It depends what your jam is. The good thing about the traditional markets is catching those, penny stocks can be fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like penny stocks can be like, you can make good money in them if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing with a bit of spread betting as well, you can make a lot of money pretty quickly. But you do need to realize that like 70% of retail lose their money because they don't know what they're doing.
Well, even like eToro on copy trading, like on their webpage, they say like, 70% of the traders and even copy traders are losing money, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fun. What about you, Mitchell? Like, did you make I don't know, like billions of dollars with crypto because you were educated retail investor?
No. I think losing the money made me research it more, and I see it as schooling money.
Yeah.
I lost money to educate myself.
It's a fucking expensive non-diploma.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if you're losing money and learning, you'll learn it faster because you'll want to turn that around pretty quickly, man.
Yeah, or you want to revenge trade and then you lose even more, and then that's 2 lessons for the price of one, right?
Yes.
I'll tell you a funny story then, right? I know a guy, right, who was going to get into trading, right? He's like, I'm desperate to get into trading, bro. Tell me about it. So I was like, right, get trading if you.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what you say, bro.
We lost him after the trading view.
Yeah. Like it got cut after. Oh, I will tell you a funny story, and then yes, no.
Yeah, he's refreshing.
Jesus.
I don't know why it's doing it, man. Like, I'll
No,
quickly tell you.
I think it's the faster he talks, the less the quality is. Now it froze.
Yeah, completely fucked. Fuck, that's sad.
Yo.
Yes. Yo. Can't hear you. I have no idea if you're speaking, Panda. I don't know if you can hear us or not.
I can hear.
Okay.
I can hear you, but it keeps telling me my connection's dropped out for some reason.
Can you like reduce like the quality of the video or something? Like you have the gear option, and if you go to like video resolution, if you can reduce that, maybe it's gonna work better because you're already on audio only, so
video resolution standard. Maybe that'll help.
Okay.
It shouldn't be that. I'm on a 1 gigabyte internet connection, man. Like it shouldn't be buffering, man. It shouldn't be dropping out.
Yeah, that's okay, man. Don't worry about. Fine. Yeah. It's okay.
Unless you're using a VPN or something.
Oh yeah. Do you have a VPN?
Okay.
Not on at the moment, okay. No.
And you're not that far, right? You are in Europe.
I'll quit. No, I quit Telegram, man, just in case Telegram's messing up. Okay. But the funny story was he got his TradingView paper account, and within a week he was phoning me up like, "Bro, I'm a TradingView billionaire, man." I was like, "What?" I was like, "How?" He's like, "I'm a TradingView billionaire, man. I'm going to be wicked at this trading." So I went over and had a look at what he was doing. He was like giving himself like 500k and like max leverage on like every position, man. And I'm like, "Bro, you can't do that in the market. Like that's totally unrealistic, man." And he's like, "How?"
I mean, if it did it on paper trading. I mean, he could have done that in real trading, and then he would be a billionaire.
No, because he didn't have 500k to put on a single trade, and then if it went wrong, put another 500k in the account and do it over and over again. That's what he was.
Just give him.
Yeah, he isn't that good friend.
Yeah. Are you a good friend or not? Oh, I think you're gone.
Yeah. No, I'm still here.
Okay. But yeah.
I'm still here.
Okay, so he needed infinite money to make 1 billion.
Yeah. He thought he was going to be a TradingView billionaire, man, but then when he actually hit the markets, he realized pretty fucking quickly it didn't work like that. every trade was like, "Bro, I got liquidated. Bro, I got liquidated. Jesus. Bro, I got liquidated."
Kind of look like my DMs when or private DMs, on Telegram when I told you, "Oh yeah, bro. Oh, by the way, I got liquidated on Dodge." Oh fuck. That's tough. We had a nice 15 minutes.
Yeah. And now you need to do a lot of
editing.
I
have the clip on Nitcoin. It's fine.
And I'm back.
And you're back. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah, but if you'd held that position, look where we're at now, bro. If you hadn't went leverage deep like I told you, I said 1x leverage it and short it, and you could have still been in that today, and it would be way lower than when you entered.
Oh yeah.
You over leveraged it, so that was you kind of learning like why you need to lower exit than higher exit.
No, but the number is more exciting when I 20x leverage instead of 1.2.
But think about it. Imagine Bitcoin goes to like 50k from here, and you could have shorted it from like 94k. Think about it, like you know what I mean. It's all about like lessen the risk and longer hold the trade longer.
Yes, I don't know 1%. Like you trade to live another day, right? Not like gambling your fucking portfolio.
Yeah, don't be a day trader.
Yeah,
don't be a degen.
Yeah. Well, for sure. Okay, back to macro. What about the CPI numbers? Or what do I do with that information? Is that trading indicators?
Like unless you're trading the main markets, like I don't really think it's going to have too much effect. I think the main thing for crypto is that the interest rates is the main thing because there's a lot of borrowed money in the space. Like a lot of things have leveraged money to get their positions. So I think that's the biggest thing for crypto is the inflation numbers.
Makes sense. Okay, cool. Okay, and based on all of those little chat, where are we going now? Why? Yeah.
Maybe a rally to 94, bounce off the trend, and then we'll see from there. Until we break above that moving average again, it's a no trade zone for me. It's a case of it'll be choppy. You'll get chopped in and out until we break and get a clear direction. Then that's when you need to take the trade. So watch for that break to the upside or the pushback to the downside, and execute the trade with small leverage. Let it ride.
Yeah. And okay, and what's the price where that's gonna scream? Okay, we are in a bear market now.
Like if we start to push back down, like if we go into the box, like I think 72k. Like if we break 72k and we go down into that zone at all, that's I'm saying it's bear cycle, man.
Okay.
If we push up and we manage to break 91k to the upside, then I'm going to say that potentially we'll get the move to 120 or 140, man.
Nice. Okay, but no to 250.
I don't know. It's uncharted territory to the upside. So how anybody can say that price is beyond me at the moment? We've never.
You have AI to tell you that, bro.
No, but AI can't tell the future, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell if Sailor's going to get hacked tomorrow and lose all his Bitcoin, and it's going to get market sold on the market. Like, imagine the smell of that. That would be a sniff.
No, but because the hacker will sell it OTC, and seller will buy back his position, so we could.
Sailor would be wiped. If Sailor's got that much money, like he's borrowed off of people to buy all that Bitcoin, he would be wrecked.
Yeah. But I mean, like even like the setup position. So he's borrowing money to buy Bitcoin, but the debt is like it's leverage on his like company asset, right?
Yeah, well, he said he borrowed like billions at 0%. Like, I don't know who's lending him billions at 0%. Like, I don't know where the profit's coming from that side, but he borrowed a few billion at 0%, and he's also released that stock to people to buy more Bitcoin. So they've got a lot of risk on at the moment. If something was to go wrong with Bitcoin tomorrow, MicroStrategy could be the catalyst for a black swan event. Like, you need to remember that if something went wrong tomorrow, they have more exposure in the market now than FTX, Binance, the lot. Like, imagine all that went tits up in one go.
Yeah, but
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that made you think, didn't it?
Yeah.
But something for the US, right? Like, for example, if we have like a fucking World War III between Russia and the USA, and the US has like a fucking Bitcoin reserve shit, is that a problem?
Did you see Sailor was wearing? Go look at my profile. I posted a picture of Sailor the other day. He was wearing the deal with it glasses, bro. Like, everyone's wearing deal with it glasses at the moment. Even my panda's got the deal with it glasses on.
I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it. Like, I hope he knows how to protect and multi-sig his Bitcoin. And he doesn't have a ledger under like his mattress.
Well, the thing is, like, imagine they're using some service that like Bybit was using to like secure their coins, and it gets rinsed. Like, you know what I mean? These people are not sitting with a ledger with all these coins on it. Like, you know, they're not sitting with an Electrum wallet. Like, oh, I wonder what my balance is today. Yeah. Like, these people have got like custodians looking after their stuff. Like, and if the custodians get hacked, then like, yes, it's insured. Like, I know BlackRock have got all their coins insured. Like, so imagine they did this and like Black Swan event, they get all the money through the insurance, all the retail get gubbed.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can't do anything against a Black Swan event by definition. It's just unexpected, right?
Yeah,
it's even like not related to a bear or bull market event. It can happen at Bitcoin at 250. That would be fun.
Yeah. Well, you never know. They might be trying to get the best available price.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Sailor is saying, "Oh yeah, shit, I lost my my seed phrase and stuff," and then, "Oh yeah, no, oopsie, I got it back."
Imagine that he's typing in his 24-word seed and he's got one of the words wrong or something, man. Like zero balance. What?
Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. Like, oh,
it's bullish for the supply though. And okay, so last point before we wrap it up and we go buy you an internet connection for next time. I want to talk to you about like what you mentioned with like the whales war, right? Because you make like a couple of intriguing tweets about it. Can I share them? Like I stuck a lock on my account, sick of spam, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Can I share that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Tag. Okay. So you are like talking about like a war between whales, like shorting and longing, and then try to fuck around and find out. Can you explain all of that?
Yeah. Well, if you have a look at that tweet and the next one, if you click the next button, you see these people are all, if you look at them all, they're all posting exactly at the same time. There's another couple of posts on there as well that actually have the same post from two people. They posted at exactly the same time, the same content, and I think it was a mistake. It's another post on the page. If you scroll down the page a wee bit, it might not be in that actual one. It was about the cabal. You'll see it on the main page.
This one?
Actually, on the main post. Go back to the page, the main profile page.
Okay.
And then scroll down. You should be able to see the two of them together.
Okay.
But basically, they posted at the same time, the same thing. Like both, basically, the whale. Everybody go after the whale, and I knew what was happening. I knew that because they were all posting at the exact same time. There, that's the one there. Look at these two posts. Yeah. So Jason AI Williams, right, which is a big person going parabolic, and this guy posting the exact same post, exact same wording, copy paste at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. So that means the cabal were really trying to get everybody to put money into the market so they could sell into it. I do believe that the short position was a group of them that put a lot of the money they've made at the start of the through the cycle, put it together. Make the short position, then rally everybody that follows them into the long, say like, oh yeah, we're going to liquidate them, go. And then everybody went in and then they dumped it on everybody and walked away with 9 million. So like the cabal is real. Like they own the majority of these big profiles on X are run by like a few people, or they're part of a small cabal group where they get together and decide what they're going to post and what they're going to push together. And they buy at the same times, they sell at the same times. And it's highly manipulated, man. So don't always believe, like if you see something trending crazy through all the influencers, like take a step back from it and think, why are they doing this? Because 9 times out of 10, it's to get you to part with your money and to get you to do something that they're going to go against.
But like the numbers don't like, it's okay. Like the fucking Bitcoin market cap is what, like 1.5, no. 1.7 trillion, right?
Yeah.
What's the retail size in that market cap?
Well, market cap's a very strange thing. Like a lot of people look at market cap and don't actually realize that's not money. It's just the last price somebody paid for it times the supply.
Yeah.
So it really is like a meaningless number unless you're trying to work out what the total value of the overall market is. But it's not a value as in like how much liquidity is available in the market.
No.
And this is the problem. A lot of people, they shout market cap on look at the market cap of this coin. Like who cares about the market cap? Like it doesn't represent the liquidity. The liquidity is a very different thing to calculate, and it's a very hard thing to calculate because of all the different markets, the different currencies. You would need to be looking at all the different currency pairs and working out, the value on either side of the book, and work out what's not a spoof order, like what's not a market maker in those orders. You'll probably find like 80% of the orders in an order book are market makers. Like retail are very, very buy now, like limit now, very close to price. They don't scale their orders in. They don't have line orders in the book for a long period of time. They execute at the time they want to buy something because they're very impulsive. So their liquidity doesn't stay around in the market very long on the buy side. And usually as soon as they've bought something, they'll instantly place a sell. So it always makes the sell side look a little bit heavier.
So, yeah, okay, my question. Just one. That's the only question that was not good. Mitchell, do you have a better question?
No, I just have the feeling that we just get played on every side. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got to be the one doing the playing. Like if you play along when they are doing the playing, you'll make money as long as you're following what they're doing. Because if you're trading to what they're doing, you know they're going after the retail money. So you've got to be on their mindset. Like, well, how are they going to extract the maximum amount from this market at this very moment? What is the play? And if the play is we're going to the upside, we're going to the moon, chances are they're going to get everybody frothy, get them to buy, and then sell into them.
So you can do that with on-chain analytics, right?
Yeah, on-chain or just tracking the order book, tracking the actual liquidity and the buys and the sells in the market. Your buy volume delta and sell volume delta are two very key numbers that nobody really tracks. Buy volume delta can be done over like daily, monthly, weekly, hourly, and if you're tracking the buy volume versus sell volume of the market on these time frames, it'll tell you a very different story to what the charts tell you.
Okay. We should have started the stream with that. Can I see that on TradingViews?
No, you'll need to write something for it to track it. Like the easiest way to do it is write something that connects to the order book and tracks all the trades for the day and works out the buys versus sells, and then also track buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, adds and moves, and take a snapshot every 24 hours and calculate back, and you'll see that you'll actually start to see, when you start to see the buy-in increase and the buy side move up, you'll see the price push up, and you'll be the first to know that before everybody else because you're tracking the actual money. The market isn't a chart. People forget that the charts are not the market. They're just a representation of what's happening in the order book.
Yeah, but the order book from where? Because one exchange is not enough, right?
Well, for example, the Bitcoin on Binance, if we're looking at the Binance market, it's only a representation of the Binance trades and buys and sells. If you look at the liquid index, it's an overall, of what's been the whatever markets they're tracking to get the index from. So it might be 3 exchanges, it might be 4 exchanges they use to get the average, and then they'll print the index from it. So mostly you want to be sticking to, if you're trading on Binance, just stick to the Binance charts, track the Binance books. Don't really worry about the other ones. The main markets are Bitstamp and Binance. Those are the two. The whales use Bitstamp for large buys and sells. It's been notorious for that for years, and Binance has the most liquidity.
Is that what you do with your little AI bot stuff?
Yeah, we do a lot of tracking the markets, tracking pumps. Well, here, you don't know if you saw, we actually had like 1,000% of call signals in 2 days in the group, right? So that was, like, I don't know anybody else that's getting 1,000% in 2 days on calls that you could be executing on, like, and the sex markets as well. This isn't DeFi, so it's not like we're trading meme coins.
Yeah.
This was pumps in the actual, the big markets where the big money is.
Are the wares on like DEX or no?
Yeah, they'll be on DEX as well. The ones that are mostly on DEX are ones that are basically have dodgy funds. Like they can't get the funds into the exchanges because they're tied to illicit activities or they're the people who use the DEXs. So you always need to remember the DEX is the sort of thing that you can take out clean money from Binance and you can go into some meme coin and have it washed about, and when you sell it, end up with like, somebody else's dirt.
Oh, it got censored.
Yes.
By Dev on pub.fun. That's sad. Bro, censorship is real, man.
Yes.
Yeah. But are you still gonna trade on crypto stuff? Are we fucked?
Oh no, I'm still trading. but I'm not taking big leverages. I'm just doing either small ones, and a small one means a 3x or 5x.
Yeah.
Nothing big.
I agree with that. But like the 20x on Hyperliquid looks like it's not really. Is that really 20x? I don't know.
Well, 20x goes fast.
Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah, because sometimes I say, oh yeah, like, do you know, I do my technical analysis stuff. I draw my lines, and then okay, let's see if I can leverage that position. And then like my position is like that, and then I do 20x, and then like the leverage is like that. It's it doesn't match.
And the biggest problem is, you see like going up and down, but there is always one peak up or one peak, and that's a liquidation peak.
For me, oh wait, for me 3x is huge leverage. Okay.
Oh,
damn.
See, it 20x is insane. But then the other question is 3x is huge leverage, but if you do less, then you take more time.
Yeah.
So if you do a 20x, for example, and that's a lot bigger, but you're not going to let it go for a week.
Yeah. I mean, depends. How's the market going? Oh, Panda is back. He's back.
Oh, yo. Sorry about this, guys. I'll use my PC next time so it's not glitchy.
No problem.
That's okay, bro. Next time we're gonna ask the Kartazil to show up.
Nice. Yeah, I'll get Dennis on. Like, I think you would enjoy hearing some of what he's got to say. He's a very intelligent guy, man.
No. You are irreplaceable, bro. Like, I want you in every stream of my life. Like Michel, it's a trio now. It's a trio. I currently trade at 0.03x. Wait, what? Why do you do leverage at that leverage?
Because he's not going to get liquidated and he can eke profit out over and over and over again. Like, he can execute in a very, very short time frame in and out on a move and take the profit and not have any risk. It's all about not having risk.
Yeah.
Risk is fun. Risk is fun, right?
Yeah,
risk is a fun thing, but it's not always profitable.
Yeah, for sure.
But also, if you have bigger amounts, then
exactly.
0.03 is a lot more.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But okay. So for $100, you have 103.
Dennis, you're on the show next week.
Yeah.
Get a microphone.
It depends on the yeah. But I know that I was joking. If I love you to have you here, even if you get cut every 5 minutes. It's okay. It's good clips.
Yeah, it's good clips.
Mitchell, do you have any other question before we wrap it up? No, because I think we have talked about everything.
Everything, and we got so much information already.
Yes. And yeah, like the main information is like we didn't say too much shit when we were alone, so that's also good, right? I think. Find out. Okay, he's laughing at. So yeah, whatever.
It's all good.
But yeah, Alpha, like I hope you enjoy your time.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Yeah, let's get like maybe we can have like a monthly show recap stuff. We can have like have you here more often. That would be cool.
That would be cool, man.
Nice. And so you have time to buy an Ethernet cable.
Hey, I've got one. I'm on. Like, I'm going to send you my speed thing. You're going to be like, how did your connection drop out, man? I think it's Restream, man. I'm blaming Restream, man. It's your Restream thing.
Okay. I can contact the support and say, guys, why?
Yeah, we have this Panda and
refund. I want a refund. I was promised a pump.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thank you so much, Mitchell. Thank you so much for your time too.
Yes.
That was a banger stream. I'm gonna cook some good clips out of it. Let's make the timelines more educated this time.
Nice.
Perfect. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kartazil. Thank you so much for showing up. One Take Trade. Thank you so much, everyone on X. If you are still here, thank you. YouTube, follow us, follow Panda. You have everything in the description. Follow Mitchell. Subscribe to the channel. Send me some money on my wallet address. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We'll see you in the next one. But before that, make sure to subscribe, like, and share the